Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to yet another Minecraft series. We're doing something different this episode. It's going to be a kind of building tutorial, and I have a guest with me. I have my good friend, Finn.
What up? What
Alright.
up?
Yeah, and the way this is going to work, we're just going to be each building our own houses on this beach side here, and we're just going to go through and think about our own thought processes as we do it. So I'm going to go ahead and get a
Hey.
timer here, and we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
All right.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, do we have a problem already?
No, well, I've chosen this. I want to build on this little island sort of deal out here. I feel like that'd be kind of nice, but there's a giant hole in the ground. So when I started placing blocks, all the
Did
sand
they
went into
all
the
fall
table.
down? That's
Yep.
funny.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's
Alright.
still going.
So, I don't want to go. I don't want to build too far away from you. So I think I'm gonna take. Are you building on the small island or the bigger island where I am, behind you?
Oh, this is a lot. I was gonna just. I thought this. I did not see this. Believe it or not.
Okay, because
I was just gonna build right here.
right in this little pond area, or just on
Yeah,
the
or
sand.
on this sand.
Okay.
But this is actually kind of a really nice spawn. Like this beach is great. This is like the best Minecraft beach I've ever seen.
It's certainly not bad. I'm not the biggest fan of acacia biomes, but you know,
Yeah, that's true.
they can work. Anyway, so normally when I build, I tend to use a lot of stone just because the standard of when I'm building, or when I'm mining actually, is just I produce a lot of stone.
Yep, pretty classic.
And of course, with some reworks, they've given us a lot more fun building blocks to play with.
You're gonna mix it up a bit, maybe?
Possibly, although the whole inspiration with this video here was to build it in kind of a similar way as to how I built my house on stream.
Right.
And for those watching who aren't aware, I do have a more or less kind of brief Minecraft series that's at the time of recording ongoing. Just a little thing I wanted to do is, defeat the Ender Dragon by myself because it's been a hot minute since I've done that. And there's been a few different updates. Where is the stone stair?
Let me get started here. I think I'm gonna shake it up a bit. I think I'm gonna go a little unorthodox for this one.
Oh,
Let's
really?
see. Yeah. You've definitely seen my builds before, Zen, and most of them are medieval-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of stone bricks and wood usually, but we'll see. I'm gonna
Oh,
try
yeah.
something a little different this time.
I believe one way that you described mine is like kind of like Norse or Nordic in some
That's
way,
true. Yeah, I agree.
which honestly never was my intention, but it's something I did apparently.
Yeah.
So one thing that is kind of unique when I build is I do a layered process where I have kind of like a base thing of pillars here, and sometimes I do stone, sometimes I do wood pillars. I think for this one I'm going to do wood at the sides of it. Wood at the sides of the structures, like the corners, and I typically go about 3 high with mine.
So are you on this big island or are you on the mainland?
Well, I'm on the mainland currently.
Okay.
And for my bases, I use I'm currently erecting the foundation of mine currently. And I'm very slow and methodical about my stuff. Even though we're in creative, it's probably going to take me just as long, if not longer, to build a normal house.
But you usually start, I feel like you usually start building your house when you already have like 2,000 cobblestone in your basement, so.
Basically, I typically I just dig a hole, and that's where I dig a hole, I collect stone, and then I get my things.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, so we're gonna bash this right here. Usually I don't. I'm gonna go ahead and make it so we can actually see anything. Usually I don't cut into landscapes that much. I try to follow a very naturalistic path. Okay. Right now I'm just going back and forth and seeing what I like better. The main rule of thumb for my structures is if I can avoid being boring, that's all good.
That's the goal.
Yep. And I also try to keep, like, there aren't any physics in Minecraft, but I, like, think to myself, okay, if this were in real life, it would need some sort of support strut.
Right.
Alright, so I'm gonna
It's
go...
usually a good way of looking at it. I feel like it can look a little. It helps builds look a little better, honestly, just having foundation, even though it's not entirely necessary.
Yeah. I believe in one of our play sessions you said specifically your build was kind of inspired more from like a D&D generator, wasn't it? Or no, you were
Oh,
using a D&D village generator to figure out what kind of
yeah.
buildings to build.
In Xanathar's guide to what is it called? Xanathar's guide to everything. I have it right there. Yep. There's a like section in that book that uh lets you roll a dice to like generate your village and stuff, and I was using that to build buildings, which was really fun, and it
Yeah.
worked out well.
Oh yeah.
It got me some buildings like it got me three. I think it got me a dive bar and then like another dive bar and then like a house with a cult inside of it. So all around pretty average stuff in your D&D world.
Oh yeah. Sometimes when I'm building and I'm like trying to mesh into the landscape, it gets to be kind of difficult because, you know, the blocks don't always line up as well as they, at least I think they should.
Yeah.
In which case it's just a lot of like smoothing over with blocks.
Oh, just so you know, I'm recording with shaders, which might be a little weird for when if you switch.
Yeah, and that's, don't worry about that.
Okay.
Because like, it was going to be weird regardless because I guarantee you, shaders aside, our settings would not be the same.
That's true.
Well, I've got a RTX 3070 now, so I have it on max.
I always work from the bottom up, just to start with the foundation, and then I get a rough idea of how big I want the house, and then I just kind of tag on offshoots of rooms and stuff. So 1, 2, 3, click. 1, 2, 3, click. Mm. As far as a main foyer is concerned, that looks big enough.
Oh, might I ask? I'm not sure if this is video material or if you're gonna put it in or not, but how was your birthday?
Oh, it was nice.
Yeah.
Hung out with Marlo. We went out to dinner.
Nice.
The only thing that happened that was just kind of like, well, that's inconvenient, is Ben got COVID.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, it's like he's asymptomatic, but he still tested positive for it.
Rough.
So, I mean, it's just one of those things. Is like we just need to like move forward as like as carefully as we can.
Yeah.
Again.
And you live with each other, right? Still?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
for the most part, I keep to myself in my room.
I figured.
Other than that,
You're not in the same room as him anymore, so.
yeah, so we should be fine. And plus, like, I had COVID recently, or no, he had COVID recently, and then I was more or less fine. And just by doing the same thing as before, we were able to get it without, like, actually being caught with anything.
Wait, did he get it again?
Yeah, this is, like, within, like, several months, like, it wasn't, like, recently that he got it, but,
That's rough.
yeah.
I did have it just a little bit. I think you knew that, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Not fun.
No, no, definitely not. And, like, there was that whole situation where I was in quarantine because someone at work tested positive.
Oh, yeah.
Marlo tested positive, and then by proxy of me, you know, hanging out with Marlo constantly, I also had to go into quarantine, but I never actually got it from that point.
That's good.
Yeah, convenient.
Yeah,
So-
you
to say
probably
the
have a
least.
better immune system than me, at least.
I don't know, I feel like my immune system's been, like, tanking real hard, but I think it's just because I've been shifting my diet.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, I need to start, like, eating well or some shit, because I got probably the worst immune system of my family.
I mean, I started eating more vegetables lately.
Nice.
And like the
stuff.
sudden shift from eating like garbage, ready-made meals and fast food is like my stomach was like, what the fuck are you doing?
What's going on here?
Uh,
But eventually, you'll feel good all the time instead of feeling like shit all the time.
yeah, it's just getting over the hurdle and establishing actual good habits.
Yeah.
And probably at the 30-minute mark, we should stop recording and check to make sure things are functional.
Oh, right, okay.
'Cause
We're
it would-
not even close to that yet, right, are we?
Yeah, no, it's been like 10 minutes.
Right. Because, you start these things and you're like, I could build a house in an hour. And then you're like, oh shit, it's been 45 minutes. And I'm not even-
I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
Actually, no joke. For most of my live streams, they are meant to be like an hour long, give or take, you know, depending on what I do and how much I get done.
Right.
And like I made a goal of like I can get 64 pieces of iron in an hour.
Did you?
I did actually, but it was a huge ass surprise for me because basically I had went into a cave system and it was, you know, one of those huge ass cavernous systems that was like full of monsters and full of
Oh yeah.
just random coal and copper. I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll just get as much as I can, and then at the end of it is like, oh wow, I actually completed this.
Yeah.
Was not
Oh, those
expecting
caves are
to.
no joke. Yeah. That's like strip mining's not nearly as
Viable.
viable anymore, which I'm glad actually because it makes it a little more exciting.
Yeah, it's like my biggest critique of this game is that it can be beaten in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Alright, so once I'm finished clearing out this section of stuff, we're gonna start to see my methodology for layering. How's your build going over there?
My build's going pretty good. Is this a deal where like you're gonna come over and like check it out during the recording, or
No, we'll just check it out after. If you
it's the
like,
reveal?
I know I've been talking most of the time here, but feel free to just share some of your methodology whenever you
That's
feel
true.
like
I am recording. Well, I've got like kind of a beach house deal going on over here.
it. Mm-hmm.
Judging by the surroundings, I decided I'd go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I don't have much more than the like deck, but you know, we'll see. It'll go. It'll get there.
Also, so you see right here, I'm talking to the viewers now, the kind of like layered process that I like to do is like one layer of like nice clean cut stone, and then one block in is some rough cobblestone. It just adds like a little nice visual appeal. It breaks up everything and makes it so it doesn't look like a flat two-dimensional thing. And the reason I do it this way is actually it serves two functions, one for PvE and PvP actually, because in PvE, if a creeper happens to be by your house, they don't blow a huge hole open inside your house. For PvP, if you're on a server that allows mining, it takes them longer to get into your house. And plus, it's also easier to hide stuff in your walls and stuff.
You know, one
hidden switches and stuff. Sorry, you going?
one of these days, I do kind of want to start a PvP server.
Mm-hmm.
Like a respectful PvP server, you know?
Okay.
Like not like super griefy or whatever, but like we have we have teams or whatever, and maybe we just kind of have a rivalry between two sides.
I mean, I told you about like a long time ago I wanted to do like a faction server where each person like sets up a colony of some stuff like that.
Yeah,
And then we each like pick an area for territories, like define borders, and then just have a little like mini games to clash for them.
right. That'd be great. Obviously, I'd never want to do. Well, I guess maybe this isn't obvious, but I generally wouldn't want to do that with people I don't know or people that my friend like acquaintances. You know, like you could get your like your brothers on there or something, and that'd be fine. But like, I would not want to do a public server because it's just so much.
No, oh, definitely not. Honestly, like I think what we want is like that whole what happened with that whole Dream SMP thing.
Yeah, but you know, yeah, because we respect each other. We know
Yeah.
each other.
We have the basic foundation done, and what I can do next is try to work on like actual walls type of thing. And typically, my walls are very simple, just oak wood and some slight variation using staircases. Occasionally half slabs, but typically when I work with half slabs, it gets to be kind of messy. I mainly only use half slabs for staircases, honestly, because I think normally using a staircase for a staircase it's a very harsh angle.
I feel like you're a lot better at commentating what you're doing than I am. I'd be really boring if I was just me.
I mean, I very much have been trying to like practice commentating,
That's true. You're a
especially with,
goober.
yeah, with especially doing like live streams is like there's a lot of dead air, especially when I'm, you know, just by myself and no one's really in chat. And,
Right.
like the biggest thing about commentating on Twitch is that dead air is so demoralizing.
Oh god, yeah. I
It's
bet.
like you're just sitting there behind, just playing a video game by yourself. Nothing's really happening. That's funny or engaging, and then it's like it's like honestly worse than just playing a game by yourself. But you know, I'm slowly getting over the hump.
Sure.
A few people have been tuning in and all, so that's nice.
That's good. Yeah, it's pretty tough. There's 5 million people on the platform, so
Yeah, just all fighting for the same type of thing.
yep.
Okay, that looks a little weird, but I'm gonna keep it for now. Uh,
Trying.
and I know I try to be naturalistic, but there comes a point where you kind of need to do a little landscaping.
Oh yeah.
And then it's at this stage, as I'm building, I start to think about, okay, where can I branch off and put extra pieces of the house, like rooms off of the main floor? Two,
I must
three.
say, I always do appreciate your house in our servers. I like seeing them. You have a very like creative and like unorthodox like building style for rooms, and I really it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of developed with like how efficiently and how straightforward can I build a house. So it's like it's an algorithm in my brain basically. Like you'll
Mm.
notice, I use the same design featurettes for each house, and it's always some kind of concentric repeating pattern, which I found the easiest to kind of generate structures.
Right.
I will say there are my biggest critique for some communities in Minecraft, like some building communities, is that they go massively overboard, which is adding little tchotchkes and details to the point of like they take 6 or 7 staircases and they flip them upside down. They take fence posts and they jam them in every other corridor. Is like there's a
Huh.
point where this looks like a busy mess.
Right.
And I don't know. That's my like that's me just that's my whole word on it.
Mm.
I cannot deny that those kinds of structures look good and look really well detailed with a lot of thought placed into them. But
A lot of work.
it's a lot of work, especially for like if you're planning to do like multiple structures at once or you're planning to do a survival structure. And
I
like
do, yeah, I do myself run into that issue. Not like the detailing, but I do have like try to go on a very large scale a lot of the time on our servers, and that ends up with me never finishing my house by the time we're done with the server.
oh yeah. And I've definitely fallen into that trap of like getting too big for my own britches.
Yep.
Uh, but it's a learned process.
For,
And also, just for the audience here, typically if I'm in a survival situation, I wouldn't use solid block. Like I wouldn't do layer 3, layer 3, layer 3. Like it'd be something more akin to this, where there's like a spacer block in there to try and conserve resources. But we're in creative here, so I can kind of just use however much I want.
mhm.
And I'm almost wondering if I want to bump this out a bit, because I typically like staircases that fold in and hug the side of a building instead of ones that come straight out. But with the way that this is, the position-wise, I don't think. I might have to block this in a bit better. Yes, I will lose some of the precious layering details, but trust the process. It'll all come together in the end, and it'll look interesting. Another block I used a lot, mainly because back in the day it was not its own separate crafting recipe, would be smooth stone slabs specifically.
Oh yeah. I can't tell if I'm going overboard with this or if it's going to look good in the end when I have it all done. We'll have to see.
That is the ultimate gamble.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why I started doing this, but anytime I had just like an exposed log with like not having a topper block on it, I would always just cap it off with a wood slab. And
Oh.
I think the logic of it is that it looked like a log that you just shaved off the top of to make it in like a little point, as close to a point as you can get in Minecraft with a 1x1 block. All right. Actually, I think I'm gonna raise these up a little bit more, just to have like a pseudo railing type of thing. Gonna curve those in so they hug a bit more uniformly.
Here's the question. Do I replace every block I've placed for a different color scheme? Or do I not do that?
A little indecisive on the colors.
Yeah, well, I just had an idea that might actually be cool. I'm gonna use sandstone, probably.
Hmm.
Because that gives it a beachy look. I'll just keep it like this, and I can Sandstone and this works pretty well together, so I believe so. Yeah, looks good. Safe this time. My entire build.
Oh, did I miscount? That also happens a lot. I'm bad at math, so I very much miscount all my structures and end up building myself into a corner. Which happens anyway, because, you know, sometimes your brain thinks something will look cool, and then the constraints of Minecraft will say, no, try again.
Yeah. No, that actually sucks. Make a better one.
Did I do that twice? What the fuck? I did that twice.
See, these new mud blocks, brick blocks, might actually come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
It's honestly a shame that I don't play around with those more exotic blocks.
Yeah.
Because, like, most of my structures, you know, regardless of how complicated they are meant to fit within a survival world format.
Right. Even my survival world buildings don't fit within a survival world format. That's my issue. Going for a kind of flatter slant. I'm sure there's a term for the angle that this is, but it's not sort of. I'm using slabs, one block apart rather than stairs for this roof.
I see.
Yeah.
Roofs are also something I struggle with quite a bit.
Rooms?
Roofs.
Oh, roofs.
Just because it can be kind of hard to connect them in a way that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. I don't even know if I like mud blocks for this. I might switch it up. Bricks I think, are quite underutilized in Minecraft builders.
Like
builds.
just base bricks.
Yeah, they're very good for roofs, in my opinion, and I rarely see them used, I feel like.
Oh yeah, because I think it's just the pattern. The pattern just looks off.
Yeah.
It's like it's busy to my eyes.
It works mostly. I mean, it works in, you know, not every situation is good for bricks, but
Yeah. I mean, I mainly used it for fireplaces and stuff like that, and that's about it.
so how much do you usually cut out of videos like this?
Here's the thing. I don't usually make videos like this.
That's fair enough, yeah.
Usually I cut out dead air, and that's about it.
So our very insightful conversations will all be kept.
For the most part, I might cut out the sections of when you're out of Discord, or I might splice together sentences just to like better do segues.
So there's less
I mean, the consequence is that like if I don't do it right, it's gonna be very obvious that I spliced together a sentence.
Yeah. I mean, it can be obvious and still be good, but, you know, it has to be obvious and be good rather than be obvious and be bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to have a slight gradient here on the sides of the walls. Obviously, I'm using 3 fairly sand-colored blocks. In fact, some would say very sand-colored blocks, because they are.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm adding the sort of darker stripped birch to the top here.
All right, I'm gonna
Seeing how that looks, a little darkness there.
I'm gonna kind of try to do some cheating here.
Uh-oh.
It'll be underground, so no one should notice unless they watch this video. As if we're gonna continue playing this world.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this could be like the build world.
It could be.
I don't know. If you want to make this if you want to make this like not a daily, a weekly thing, then I would not be opposed.
I'd say it'd be more fun to keep the same world every time.
Yeah, and just slowly build out stuff.
Yeah, that would add a lot. I feel like this house has got to have a lot of windows.
To the window, to the wall.
Ooh. I might even do a classic Zen sunroof.
Ah, yes, I do love me some sunroofs.
Yeah.
It's like the reason I do sunroofs is that it makes it so I don't have to use a ton of torches.
Yeah. That's a good point.
And they certainly made it easier for mob spawning stuff. It's like they no longer spawn in.
It has to be 0 light now. It can't. It's not like 14 or whatever it was before.
Yeah. Okay. So typically, what I do with my floorings is that I'll do birch wood flooring, just because it's a nice light color and it is not too intrusive. But you'll notice that there's a slight problem with how I built this structure, in that the 2-layered effect makes it so there's a ring of cobblestone. And so if I were to do the birch flooring, there would be a very obvious like stone gap between the wall and that. typically when I do the layered effect on stone, there is also a layered effect above it. This is for when I'm building larger forts that kind of hide it. And, like, the walls are sturdy and everything. But for, like, simpler house structures, the layered effect is at fault when I do try to do that. So I think for this build specifically, I'm going to try to do a cobblestone floor, and then in the basement I'm going to do foundation struts underneath it just to, you know, act as support struts. And then that will be a more uniform floor base, and also, you know, work in with the logic of, like, hey, we're factoring in physics in a non-physics-based survival game.
Okay, that's kind of nice.
I will say, there are flaws in my more algorithmic approach. Case in point right here, viewers. You'll notice that the walls don't quite line up with how I'm building this little staircase right here. Which is fine, you know, it's just... it's at this point you can kind of move away from the algorithm and just do little things that still kind of make sense. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself a stone fence post. And we're just going to go ahead and add that little extra support pillar. And there we go.
Usually I do like to... I like to plan out the outside structure, and then when I have the like the shell of the building built, then I'll like go inside and plan out the rooms. Yeah, but that unfortunately does lead to a lot of like rooms that make no sense or are tiny, and you know.
Yeah. And instead of doing the classic support strut of, where did I put a block? There it is. Of just 4 upside down staircases, I sometimes like to do ribs. There we go. So, just some half slabs, and then I just cap them off with staircase. And there we go, we have a rib.
For your pleasure. Took me a while to decide whether or not I should say that.
Alright, Finn. You're lucky my channel is not meant for kids. Despite the fact that we are very much playing a kid's game.
Yeah.
I think I'm also going to carve out... I'm doing a lot of work on the basement, probably more work than I actually need to do, but I'm just going to carve out this little thing just to have it... the actual supports look a bit stumpy. So I'm just going to add one more layer to the basement.
Let's see if I do this. Does it look a little high. Yeah. I have this design for this railing that I'm doing right now, and I think it looks pretty good, but my issue is you can't see over the railing if you're standing on it, so it's kind of just like a big thing blocking your vision.
Oh yeah, that is also another problem I run into a lot with my railings. I always... that is another point of which I actually use half slabs, just because it can look like railing and it only takes up 1 block if you do it right.
Right. This is pretty nice. So, the idea was sort of beach house, but it definitely still is a beach house, but I'm getting like Southern Europe vibes from this right now.
Oh, really?
Which is nice, very, yeah, you know, the...
I honestly cannot wait to see yours. I can kind of see it just from what my render distance is. As I'm just sort of flying around. Oh, there's a spider here. Just from what my render distance is. And it looks interesting just from this this far away. Wow, you are a lot farther along than I am.
Well, there's nothing inside.
I mean, there's technically nothing inside my house either.
So I'm starting to think that I might actually want to replace all the oak wood, though.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking I might want to lean more into like just the sandstone sort of aesthetic, but I have to figure out another block that would work in between those spots. Maybe just a light, like a stripped log,
I
stripped
mean,
oak might.
if only to give myself more time, I'm not gonna stop you.
That might look good. Nah, I don't know. I'll think about it later. Let me get this like main structure made first.
I think
It
that
would
is,
take so much time, but it would be so cool.
yeah, I mean, I think that is my downfall, is I am too methodical with my stuff. This was actually a problem on the live stream. The very first episode was me building a house, and I didn't finish on the live stream.
Oof.
But, you know, such is the thing.
Such is the way of the craft.
Mine.
That's right. Put that on a t-shirt.
You
All
joke,
right,
I technically could.
yeah, sell those channel merch.
I've said before, and I'll say it again, I want to do, like, actual channel merch, but it's all of the dumb stuff I've said over the years. So we're gonna go ahead and get into actually capping this off with a roof. So, for the main door, that's not what I want. I'm gonna do actual stone right here.
I look kind of ugly right now, but I swear it'll look better soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these sand staircases are making me really want to change everything up.
For when I actually do capping a structure off on the roof, I typically just do one layer of logs, just as a base layer. And I'll just layer on staircases over top of that. Do
What
that.
other kind of sandy blocks are there? I guess I could just throw in some normal of the stone. Let's
And
see what that looks.
also, on occasion here, I would stagger them, so as I would progress, they would get slowly out. But with how wide I built this house, that would get kind of silly really quickly. So I'm just going to kind of shave them off one block extended out of the house. It'll still look fine, but...
Oh man, I really shit. That's gonna be annoying as hell. I built this staircase, and the support deals are like unaligned with the other supports of the other house. They're not parallel, or they're not straight on. So I need to redo all that.
Okay.
This one,
No worry, we definitely have time.
yeah.
Speaking of
I'll
which,
just do it like this.
the thing's like at 9 minutes, and I don't think either of us are where we wanted to finish.
Oh, there's 9 minutes left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty typical.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not super far off if I decided to not put as many details as I wanted to, but you know.
Yeah. Mine's a very open floor plan, I'll be
Oh, yeah?
honest.
Yeah, cool. I
Alright.
guess fences work. Yeah, let's try that.
Ideally, I do like ending my roofs in a point, but they're just... there comes a time where, like, it's too tall and I need to cap it off with a sunroof. And this will
Right.
definitely be the case. Because I do like building me some sunroofs.
I've got a sunroof. I decided to go ahead and do it.
Nice. I feel like yours being a beach house, that would make the most sense.
Yeah, it works. Hoping my gross burp didn't show up in the recording. I don't know if you heard it.
I didn't hear anything, so you could
Okay,
have
great.
just let yourself be.
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Actually, I'm gonna do what I usually do and use a spruce for my roof texture. Much like I said when I used birch for my flooring, I typically use either dark oak or spruce. Spruce usually because it's more available for the roof, just because it differentiates itself from the walls a bit. I don't know, in my head, a darker color should always be the roof.
That
Like
makes some kind of sense, I think.
Yeah, the roof should always be a darker color compared to the rest of the house. Don't ask me where I got that logic from, because I don't know.
Problem with having a like slab or block sort of fence deal is that it does get rid of a lot of space that you would otherwise have. Like a fence, even though it takes up the same like block space, I feel like having a fence instead of like a slab gives the illusion of more space.
Mm-hmm. No, it's definitely true, just because it's like model is smaller and you can actually see through it.
Yeah.
Um, no, that needs to go there. There's some skeletons just chilling in my house just because it's out of the sun.
Yeah. And I have them all cranked to max, so.
Oh, that's your first problem. Okay.
This might look a little, I don't know, this might be a little weird, but
You want to talk about God tier? You remember that catacomb I built just in like the span of 6 hours?
wait, like the what where you dug out all the
Where I dug out literally all of the stone, replaced it with like these giant columns of fire and quartz and everything, just
Yup.
because Ian let it slip that I was building a whole ass dungeon for you guys after I died.
Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Classic Zen shenanigans.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Zen, when I get this Minecraft mod done, the amount of shenanigans you're gonna be able to get up to.
Oh, please.
Yeah. I don't know if you're ready.
I will be. Or at least I'll try to be.
I had the idea that if I were in the situation where I didn't know what was going on in the mod and people were doing stuff, I would write like a book of stuff that I discovered, but I can't do that since I'm the one who made the mod,
Yeah,
so
that...
I know what happened. I know everything.
I don't know, if we can convince the others to, like, kind of keep track of everything they find as, like, a bestiary... Actually, can you... That would be something neat to program in. Is,
Like have a bestiary book?
Yeah, is like every time you killed a mob or whatever and took the, like, the whatever mob piece they dropped,
Drop.
then you brought it to a lectern and just right-clicked on a book, then it adds a new piece to the bestiary.
That's actually a really cool idea. I had the idea for a bestiary already, and the idea was there'd be multiple volumes, and you'd just be able to find them in like dungeon chests,
Mm-hmm.
and they'd teach you about stuff that you may not have found. Um, but I obviously that system's very early in development, so
Oh, yeah.
early in development, I say as if like I have like 3 items in the game,
Also,
and they don't do anything.
speaking of early in development, do you want me to cut this out of the video, or... This thing...
Uh,
This video is not going to come out for a couple months, to clarify. Like,
oh,
I think in
I don't particularly mind because I didn't really like say anything, but you know.
Yeah, just, this video is coming out in September, so...
Oh, well, maybe I'll be farther along then.
For the record, if this does get left in the video, this is being recorded in July.
Yeah, happy 4th.
It's not even the 4th. It is well past the 4th.
Yeah, well, they didn't know that until you said it, so.
I can't really do the horn thing with the way I've built the rest of the roof here, but whatever. I might break it off, honestly. Yeah, I think I'll break it off.
This would be cool. This is kind of like rich person house. Like, this is like, you'd have to be rich as hell to live here. Maybe I'll add like a yacht out the front.
I... maybe next session we do this. That'll be the yacht building episode.
Oh, yeah, okay. Then I don't have to figure out how to build a yacht now.
Yeah, you'll have time to research.
Do I like that, or is that too clashy with the rest of the structure? Let's see. Maybe I'll just remake this kind of deal with wood so it fits.
You know, the nice thing about how wonky this roof is that from a non-flying person's perspective, it'll look fine.
That's true. Only the giant-ass phantoms are going to be seeing your roof.
Mm-hmm. And those will
man.
And those will eventually be extinct if they piss us off too much.
Yeah, we could deal with them pretty easy.
Just a callback to when we committed Pelican genocide in Ark.
That was the best.
I don't think
they let us do that.
I don't think by virtue of how I edited that series, that was actually made known to the audience.
Too bad. It was glorious.
I do also think that was probably the best series, just because most of it was Thomas having an existential crisis.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Fun to watch him squirm.
Yeah.
Tell him I said that, please.
No.
Oh.
That's between you and God.
Okay, I'm liking this design a little bit. It looks kind of cool. Maybe I should keep it like that. No, it's fine. Yeah, so I'm sort of leaning into the kingpins offshores retreat. That's kind of what I have going on right now.
Is that the name of your theme?
Yeah, that's my theme. Okay, so now let's get this going. Birchwood door. That's the most I don't know, that's the most beach door I can think of. Might leave these archways open. That's kind of nice. Maybe even get rid of that a bit. Oh yeah. Open floor plan sort of deal going on in here. That's nice. Thinking for this section, I'm gonna want a portion of it to be um a deck sort of deal or a loft.
Another thing I got into the habit of doing, don't ask me why, is I'll just attach a random villager tower to my house.
A random villager tower.
Yes, like literally, it is the exact same
Oh,
uh, building structure as what is auto-generated. It's just I make it look. It's not made out of one material.
nice. Oh man, I just saw a trapdoor in the creative inventory. Now I realize I need to add a bunch of those.
Right, because you do the window shutter method.
Yep, I'm a trapdoor enthusiast when it comes to Minecraft building. Maybe that's overboard.
I mean, I don't
No,
do it
maybe.
by virtue of people always mess with your trapdoors.
That's true. But, you know, I have the power to kill anyone who messes with my trapdoors, usually.
Usually,
Especially if it's... I don't know. I feel like I've never actually killed anyone for messing with my trapdoors, but I'd like to. Hey, the thought's always there.
I mean, technically nothing ever stops you.
Let's see, what's like a swag bed color? Yellow. Yellow's pretty swag. How do I design a bed? Let's see. Here, now my interior decorating abilities are coming out to figure out how to do that.
I will say, originally we didn't really have to factor in furnishing.
Yeah, but I kind of wanna.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you have the thing for it, and you do have time for it, just because I'm taking forever on this.
Swear, I had a really good bed design on the last server, and I completely forgot how I did it. And now I have to figure that out again. Oh, I think it was raised, like this. Okay, let me redo some of this here. Which might be a little intense in this building, but you know. Gotta show 'em my net worth.
Of course. Okay.
Well, that kind of defeats the entire purpose of having a railing there. Won't do that. There we go.
Okay. That's the random villager tower done.
Good work. So I assume at the end of this, we're going to give a nice little tour of our area to each other, right?
Oh yeah. Just like a brief walkthrough of each structure. I won't do very many furnishings. I might just do basic. Hey, this is what the house comes with, and then when it gets sold and you move in, you can furnish it however you like.
All right. So you're sort of in the real estate market right now.
Kind of. I guess that's what this kind. Maybe that's the end goal for this show.
Yeah.
Is eventually like we open this out to the public and people can buy these houses for Minecraft NFTs, which they're
Oh, yeah.
apparently doing that. I saw on one of the Minecraft posts.
No way Minecraft's doing NFTs. I don't believe it.
Then again, I didn't look too deep in the article. They just said, "Hey, we're gonna discuss them." And usually, when a company says they're going to discuss them, they're doing the stupid thing. Is like, "Hey, we're gonna start using NFTs."
Better not. At least it'd probably be on like the Xbox version. I don't know.
Oh yeah, probably. Xbox
PC version.
sucks so much.
Unfortunately, the Xbox version is not as good.
I got started playing Minecraft on the Xbox version.
Yep. I did not actually. I was kind of an OG back in 2012. I'd play the PC edition on my really like shit old computer. My Windows 6, my X, what is it? Windows 32? No, XP. Windows XP.
I went to Five
Gosh.
Guys,
Ooh.
and I just, you know how they do is they give you a metric fuck ton of fries.
Yep.
So I have an entire bag of that. I
That's
probably,
awesome. I always bring mine home from Sioux Falls. I never finish eating it.
yeah, I'm thinking about like making some like really. I'm gonna get like. If this ever gets out, I'm gonna get like banned from Canada before ever going there. I'm gonna make some like really bad poutine. Just make a basic like gravy, and then just throw like hunks of probably like Monterey Jack or whatever cheese I have in the fridge. Just throw that on there.
There's some new chair design in Minecraft that I don't know about.
I don't know.
I feel like they're probably someone's created a chair that looks better than just a staircase with two signs.
If they have, I haven't heard of it yet.
Yeah. Oh, come on, pressure plate. Heavy weighted pressure plate. Let's see. That's definitely a laptop. Yeah, my inside's gonna be a little cramped, I think, but that's okay.
I mean, it'll be a nice contrast to mine, which is a very open space.
Hmm. Found empty beehives are kind of good for side tables. They look like they've got a flat wood surface on top, and they look like they have a little shelf in there.
I will have to take a closer look at
Yeah.
that when we finally finish up here.
Okay, this is kind of a nice living area. Get some carpet in here.
Okay.
I never know how to properly like space the carpet out in Minecraft. It's so weird, especially because so many blocks just block you from placing it
Yeah,
where
I
it would
don't. I
work.
I don't bother with carpets at all. Like it's more of a headache than just having a floor.
Yeah. Maybe I'll put a little sitting spot in here.
All right.
Wish
No.
that didn't connect, but
All right. For this, I'm not going to do my your traditional roof. I'm going to do a flat roof for this section, just because I want to be lazy. And I want to, not have this take 3 hours.
Eh.
We're gonna do a concentric
how do I
ring
make
thing
this?
right here.
it's out here. Yeah, the inside's pretty nice, I think. Yeah. A little bland, but whatever. Outside, the deck is gonna be the good shit.
I'm getting to a point where I'm now starting to rush myself,
Uh-oh.
which is not good. But also, I did kind of set an arbitrary time limit for this, and we are well in excess of that time limit.
Oh well.
But it's gonna be okay. We're gonna have some like neat
We'll
looking
live.
houses.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what's called a pro game remove, and I'm gonna bury part of the structure.
There you go.
I think, maybe. You gave yourself an item frame instead of...
It's an invisible item frame.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
I'm a next level Minecrafter.
My god, he's using exploits. This is no
Yep.
longer a structure you can build naturally.
Nope. You guys better watch out. I can place steak on my grill now.
There's a renegade. You have a grill? Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Did you give
maybe.
yourself a grill?
Maybe.
I don't know if I should... I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, you can come over. We could have, I don't know, throw a couple
Alright.
steaks on.
Yeah, you're definitely going more the, you're embracing creative mode.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, this one should be normal.
Are you gonna go for the ultimate flex and just build a grand piano?
Yeah, definitely. Let's Gotta be a good way for this, like, smoke to come out of this.
I'm genuinely curious as to how you built this grill.
Let's see if this works. Oh yeah, that works. Hopefully this doesn't burn down the rest of my house.
That would be the ultimate irony of...
Yeah. Was it worth it? What did the grill cost? I definitely cheated and looked at grill designs for this, but, you know.
I mean, it's not cheating, I don't think.
No, yeah.
It's unsportsmanlike. It's unsportsmanlike.
I'll take that. Oh, Zen, have you seen The Descent?
I have seen The Descent.
I just watched it the other day. That's a good movie.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
It's not one of the movies that scared me as a kid, but it definitely like it stuck with me.
Yeah,
like, I had to,
it's really stuck with me as well.
yeah. The sequel sucks.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that.
Yeah, you really don't need to.
I'm fine with the not sequel.
Yeah. Like I appreciate that movie just from its like design aspects. Is like they did a whole lot with basically 4 sets that they just turned over and folded in half and did like a lot of trick editing for it. Skeleton, please move. I'm trying to do a thing. He slipped.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I think that is good enough for my house.
Oh, you done already?
I think that, you know, just without furnishing, that is just as much as I am willing, that's just as much effort as I'm willing to put into this house.
Well, I've got a couple more minutes here, so if you want to keep going, you can.
All right, yeah, maybe I'll put like a kitchen area. Hee-haw.
This is the donkey that you spawned at my base is saying right now. The classic Minecraft umbrella. Actually, this is not the classic Minecraft umbrella. Classic Minecraft umbrella design is the beds, which I might use somewhere else. So are you pretty much done, or do you have
Well, yeah, and I feel like I don't know. I've got like a basic thing for like crafting and smelting stuff, but I feel I would honestly take forever just actually trying to figure out the furnishing of the interior.
Right.
As a base home for a starter, like if someone were to casually build this as a starter house, this would be well in excess of what it would need. Like this would be above and beyond, so it's fine. For
I think
right
someone
now.
would have to be insane to build this as a starter house.
To build yours as a starter house, yes.
Yeah.
Even though both you and I have built stuff that is probably comparable or exactly the same as that house.
Definitely.
Well,
Okay, I'm almost done.
Okay.
Oh yes, this is it. All right, welcome to my yacht.
That's a very nice yacht.
I'm taking you to my private island. Here's your first view on your right.
Oh, it actually does look very nice. Well,
So
especially with
before,
I see what you mean by the sandstone.
yep. So before we take a look at the inside, let's do a tour of the grounds, right?
All right.
So up here is obviously the way to the deck, but if you go this way through this little pass, there's sort of an area. It's for some beach relaxation.
I love the way
some
you
umbrellas.
did this bridge using a
Yes.
campfire.
Design I've always wanted to use somewhere.
Yeah.
Lay down, have a get burnt, you know.
And in the sun that the umbrellas are not blocking you from.
Yeah. And that's that. As for the outside, over here, up on the deck, you come up here, we've got sort of a eating area, and here's my grill.
That actually looks very good, Finn.
Right? It's pretty grill-like, huh? Cooking up. This is my spatula. This is the patties, or the beef.
Nice.
Good. Oh, fuck. Okay, now we're good. This way.
Okay.
Back down around. Another special area on the outside.
Okay.
Now this one was It's like a secret. It's a big secret. So you have to take this like hidden path. It's not
Okay.
because I forgot to make an actual.
An actual path.
Yeah, now this way.
Okay.
And up here, some stairs,
All right.
and that brings you to the bar. Here's the bar. Sit up here
Very
on the
nice.
stools.
Very
Those
nice.
are not mushrooms. That's the top of the
Right.
cup.
Those are bottles.
Yep, they're bottles. So you'd sit here, and then I'd be behind, like, well, maybe I'd be a little higher than this.
I love that you use pistons for bar stools. Very nice.
Yep. So that's that. We got a bar area, we got an eatery, we got a grill. This is bougie living.
Oh yeah. This is a
So
nice resort house.
yeah, you're not supposed to ever see under here for the
R- Okay.
those don't even need to be there.
Ignore
But if
those.
we head back up these stairs, here we go, the inside of the building.
Nice. Very quaint.
Yep.
Nice little white sofa, little chair, little computer.
Over here, there's another area to sit around, all this open windows. See, clearly this building seems to be smaller on the inside than it is on the outside, but that's because this is all about the resort. You're supposed to be outside. You're not supposed to be spending your time in here. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
even still, with all the windows here, it doesn't feel claustrophobic. It is very concise and very small, but it's like efficiently
Yeah.
and like you still feel open. You're not suffocated.
And up here is a bedroom for one.
Mhm.
My bedroom. This is my baller house. So
Of course.
yeah, and that's most of the inside.
Hmm.
I think that's all of it actually. If we fly around a bit, I forgot if I added anything else. Nope.
Yeah. Structure looks very nice, very like quaint. This is a very good house, Finn.
I'm pretty happy with it. I did not. I think I'll build this in my next survival world. My next house.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, shall we move on to mine?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. So just on the front entrance
Oh wow.
here, looks very nice, simple. On the outside looks much bigger than your house, and on the inside you will find
Yeah.
it a little bit roomier than your house. Nothing wrong
Okay.
with that. Got a nice little stone staircase going
Oh, I
up.
like it.
Little
Love it.
little awning to keep you out of the sun. All right,
Nice.
then we go inside here.
Cool.
Very open
Yep,
space
open floor
here, just
plan.
for putting like your crafting station here, maybe a dining room in this corner here, living room area. Really, it's unfurnished, not because I was lazy, but mainly so you can have a good time, just sort of decorating it yourself. And
Right.
obviously, up here you'll notice that the roof is like nice and high for creative thinking. There is definitely like room to add a secondary floor, like maybe a balcony or something in here as well.
I see. Yeah.
Speaking of elevated structures, you'll notice this completely not superfluous tower that I just tagged on.
The villager tower.
Yes. Gives you a nice sort of scenic landscape of the
Aw.
acacia biome, a little bit of plains
Yeah.
over there, then a nice view of the sea. I don't know what your render distance is, but you can very clearly see where the where your house is.
I can see my house. Yeah.
Yeah, then we just kind of go back down the ladder here. Over here is kind of the bedroom area, or what would be the bedroom if need be. Just nice, very open, lots of room for you to put your stuff and design it however you like.
Yeah.
Um, and
I noticed these holes in the wall
yes.
in between window deals.
Yeah, mainly just to promote airflow and positive like air conditioning.
Oh
You
yeah.
don't, you don't want to be like too like in the hot summers. It can get pretty like humid, and like stale air is nothing to come home to. So,
Definitely.
and if you're really feeling skilled, you can thread the needle and fly your elytra through there.
Yeah. Hold up. Gotta do that.
Are you are you going to attempt it? And you did it.
Yeah, I did it.
All right.
This is very nice though.
Yeah, there is also a basement. So if you follow me through here,
Whoa.
got a nice little, not quite a dungeon, not quite a basement.
Right.
I forgot
yeah,
to put
okay.
a torch right here, but yeah, we'll stick that there. Some nice iron doors, just as a little security measure, because if you'll notice right here, there is a spot for a mine shaft, just ready to be
Oh.
dug. And you notice
you're-
we even struck a little bit of valuables here with some coal and copper.
Very nice. Oh, there's a way out.
Right.
Even better.
Yeah, and then it also comes with a small array of smelteries.
Very nice. Very nice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So you really are going for the kind of landlord deal here, right?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah. I'll buy it.
All right.
Yeah, it's mine. Sold.
Sold.
Yeah.
Will you
Yeah.
be paying in Finbucks, I assume?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Well, that's
Another coin.
basically that'll basically be it for this video. I want to
So
thank
nice.
I want to thank anyone who is watching for watching. And Finn, do you have any parting words for them?
Don't do drugs.
Wise, wise
Stay in
advice.
school. That's my
Okay.
advice.
All right. Well, thank you for watching once again, and I hope you all have a very lovely day.